Good morning, Abuja. Good morning to the rest of the world. And good morning to you out there, whether you watch us and listen to us right now on Top Christ Radio and TV. Welcome to Inside Naija. My name na Princess Aniana. And for the program this morning, we'll go first of all carry you enter for inside the front pages of the newspapers. Make we tell you things that happened for inside Naija, sports, and even the rest of the world. After which, we'll come back, come pieces all of the big to reach them inside the news. Like the one where Oga Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't come out now say, oh yes, Nigeria don't meet their revenue target for the year. We'll also bring you some news inside the line of the CNG gas-powered vehicles and how things they go there. And finally, maybe a little bit of the goes between PDP, different camps. But to take note, waiting all this one be, you go need to tandagigbam with us. Remember, all of our social media handles there on top of the screen. And right now, we stream live on top YouTube and Facebook at Christ Radio TV. Not go anywhere. When we come back after this short break, front pages of newspaper next. Welcome back to Inside Naija. Without a waste time, make we jump enter inside the papers this morning. The Punch newspaper 9 start us off, and the biggest story for there, on top the convention of PDP where they come up, Wike camp don't they ask for different things, and that one now don't they cause new Basbos inside the PDP. Makinde side, the party governors, the BOT, they reject within the FCT minister side. They give us their conditions, and even the demand of somebody they remove them, orders them, fear. They no one hear Still for inside the Punch. Again, Southwest, now in the lead as voter pre-registration don't hit 2.5 million so far. And on the tariff matter, charge us this, no charge us that. Respect state electricity regulators. Now, waiting Ogbonge government, they want distribution companies without. CNG price don't jump to 450 naira for one standard cube meter as FG don't commot the support where they been they put to reduce the price of the CNG. 2025 revenue target, we don't meet no more borrowing. Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu na drop that very sweet bombshell inside the front page of the Punch. Customs don't seize weapons, they call them guns, firearms, 4,841 ammunition inside the Southwest. Atiku, not be smart Ipara, give Ogbonge government as bandits them don't take over village for inside Kwara State. 3 Lagos laborers, 9 then see dead inside one arrange apartment inside Lagos there. National Assembly, don't they one Wike on top this CBT, the computer-based test type where they won't start to use to take the write the exam. Why do they want them? You're going to need to enter inside the Punch of this morning to take note the full gist. Moving closely now, The Guardian. And inside The Guardian newspaper, they say, battle to take, win that 12.7 million votes where Buhari been get during in time. Tinubu now don't they take paddy with the CPC group and say they don't meet their revenue target, even though some kind gap of information still there. And still on top of the matter, defense headquarters don't deny, the armed forces them their supporting payment of criminal groups. That talk of saying, then they support, they say, nothing they know they do that kind of thing. FG now don't list 91 public companies them where we say they won't privatize. That one today inside the front of the Guardian newspaper. And there's some news there about Dangote refinery. Some things there where we say you go need to check out where we say he won't do. Enough is enough. Now, what's in PDP governors, they tell Wike be that, and they don't dismiss the threats of say he go scatter the convention, what they plan to do. ADC, they accuse Tinubu of doing my person, what they call nepotism. Even as Atiku, they squeeze face, they para, they raise alarm on top, say insecurity, they get to Wesa and Wesa. And on CVR, that's not the registration for continuous voters, Osun still they maintain top with 474,372 pre-registered voters as INEC don't register 2.5 million Nigerians inside 2 weeks. And still cuts don't scatter that by force 15 years service requirement for anybody who won't do soldier work. Just enter for inside the Guardian. You go see as the matter take the boil for down there. The Vanguard can start by to talk. National Convention, PDP don't draw battle line with Wike camp. Small gist them been following inside that one. You gonna need to use your eye, go see and use your mind to read them. We don't meet our revenue target. No longer borrowing from domestic banks. President Tinubu and they drop that one. Made in Nigeria footwear, made in Nigeria shoe. It can be best in the world. Now one CEO where we say they make shoes for inside Nigeria here. Now in drop that one. And INEC they collect wototo as Ishekiri nation. Don't the same them touchlight their word. Some kind of aga will be say that they do for them. DMO, that's not debt management office, they tell states them, say make them put hand inside public-private partnership, not be borrow, now go carry them reach where they're supposed to reach. Still inside the Vanguard newspaper, states no get excuse to no pay past 70,000 naira minimum wage. NECA now in drop that one there. And for issue of visa overstay, US, UK, it be like say then go increase their warnings and they might even ban anybody who disobey this overstay of their visa inside their countries. Ghana Presido don't pursue come up for work. The Chief Justice on top say demand the abuse office. And in the little sports story for inside the front of the Vanguard this morning, Eagles camp don't the ginger as training don't start inside Uyo. All of this, plenty more inside the Vanguard newspaper of this morning. Moving to the Daily Trust, bad guys who then call thugs don't scatter Katsina elders meeting as Rada lead people then will get matter levels for inside the matter to go see Tinubu. Tinubu now don't push to side the new appointment we then do for NTA, come call back the DG and the ED of news. Obasanjo, Abdul Salam, Jonathan, that now before leaders of the country now, don't they push, say they need to do healthcare where everybody fit get access to. Wahala of say ground the shake can't open swallow people for inside Afghanistan. Now it don't happen as number of people that will die for this bad weather problem don't increase to 1,400. And Presido don't meet the CPC group and say Nigeria no more borrowing locally. And still PDP they insist say their convention must go on even with the new demand where Wike side don't carry come meet them. Experts don't they predict say our naira go kajad, say our naira go stable, and CBN massive don't push fresh $50 million enter inside the economy. Super Eagles don't land for camp to prepare for World Cup qualifiers. All of this and plenty more inside the Daily Trust newspaper of this morning. Rushing next na the Nation. Inside the Nation newspaper, Shetima, the tell Oga Presido, I no take our bond for granted. I know they use small eye look our relationship. Lagos now go host electric powerboat championship. Adjacent university lecturers say they're not going to go work. On top say they never pay their salaries. Nigeria now done the strong leg for cyber digital diplomacy. Now Minister Tugar now in the yarn that one. BPE go list 2 discos, Genco for inside stock exchange, FMBN, FHA, Film Corporation, others. They don't set to commercialize them, to privatize them. 60-year-old Naim born baby for Abuwad Teaching Hospital. Tinubu, the big story for Inside the Nation. We don't meet 2025 revenue target and we don't stable. Then government now said, oh, they diversify. Well, they don't depend on only oil. They spread to other places like agriculture, non-oil sector. Now it make us to reach this target. And Abbas, Al-Makura, now them lead Buhari supporters to go support Presido Tinubu. Still inside the Punch, Wike camp don't they give conditions for them to allow PDP convention to go ahead. Check out the also small story where they there. As Jonathan Ehindero say before IG of police Arase was say he served with honor and dignity. The Nation now carry all of this and more. Take reach for your domot. Daily Independent can start by to say on 2027 elections, politicians them will be say that they ask Jonathan say make it run, say na them betray him for inside 2015, and then plenty more things they there, plus some other stories them. But moving next inside the papers this morning, Nigerian Tribune. Yes, Nigerian Tribune. Now be the next paper for my hand. And inside the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, make we start by telling you say BPE, the target listing of 2 discos, 1 Genco for inside stock exchange. And the bringing back of Kilikili inside North Central. Now evidence the government don't fail. Article now drop that one. The big story on the Nigerian Tribune, Ibadan Convention. PDP don't open their mouth. Wow! Say they not go just sit down, they look. Them none they be warrior. They come and say we are not cowards. We are not cowards. Can say those faction of fools. Now so they call the other side down. Say make them stay where they stay. Everybody day their day. And in the Magun say the fact of say I know they talk. The fact of say they just keep quiet. It now be sign of weakness. Party now don't arrange 119 member organizing committee. Wike, Fayoshe, Otom, Ugwayin, others don't begin now, they give conditions. Tinubu don't call back the DG of NTA and even ED of News, and they don't set aside, they don't push to one side all the new people where they be put for these positions. The continuous voter registration don't hit 2.5 million inside 2 weeks. Now waiting INEC, the yarn with that. And on 2027, before CPC leaders say then stand jim to support Tinubu, make you win election again. They say, according to Abbas, he say, we stand like Olumorok for your back. And then Tinubu say, Nigeria no go borrow again to feel run their operations. Obala Doja support Adeleke second term bid. And even they talk say, Wetin in really wants now for them to get Ibadan State. And for the small report on top body matter, where Nigerian Tribune do. Over 1 billion people now they live with mental health conditions. World Health Organization now drop that one. And this now where we go take close our mouths on top the front pages of the newspapers. You don't hear things where they happen for Naija, where they happen for sports, where they happen for the world. But just try make you do yourself a very wonderful favor. Get at least one of this newspaper. Open up. Read the full stories them so that you will continue to be informed. Till we'll come your way again tomorrow, same time, same station for another edition. My name na Princess Anyana, but no go anywhere because the big stories them inside the papers and inside the news, they come next after this break.
Hello, my country people of Naija. It don't take small where I say you. Maybe now one of the reasons why rumors in the spread say Kebobo don't leave the media space. But you know what? Say no to fake news. Because I never get tired and I know they retire. I just change gears small and make we enjoy ourselves better. Before you don't listen to me and that voice they sweet you, the analysis they tutorial. Now you go to watch me live on top Christ Radio and television, where we go to break that news analysis well for you. On top of newspaper radio, big story where they happen. Inside program what we call Inside Naija. You go join our well because we go break down for you, you go reason with us and you go understand the grammar well. Wetin you need to do now to follow us on top www.christradioandtv.com or you can follow us on top all our social media platforms. My name is Kolawole Omoneye. On top Christ Radio and Television, your matter now we own.
area. Now your boy original baby J be this, and na Christ said radio and TV, where we dey follow yarn the matter. As the matter they do you go follow me yarn, me self go follow you talk, go find solution for the matter. And if you want watch us for this Christ said radio and TV, you go follow us for our website, will be www.christsaid.radio&tv. And you fit still follow me yarn the matter for all our social media platform. Make you remember say for Christ said radio and TV, your matter now we own.
Yo, my Naija people, now on a babe Fali Tiger be this. I deal with now on top Christ radio and TV. It is sweet me for belly to come see and hear wetin dey pepper una for body. Una go see they see me for that una area to come talk about wetin dey bother una for mind. You know, NDL, it get any mago yarn what I want to talk about. I be how una see this government economy matter for market. Your babe Fali Tiger ready to hear una out. Just listen and watch us on www.christsaidradioandtv.com and follow all our social media platforms. Just search Christ Said Radio and TV everywhere. On top Christ Said Radio and TV, on our matter, now we own.
Welcome back to Inside Naija on Top Christ Radio and Television. My name now Princess Anyana, and time don't reach for the big stories them inside the news today. But like always, I know Waka alone, my sabi man, the person who say go help us smart inside this matter, pieces all of the stories them where we say you, me, and us go pick one or two from inside. Don't sit down for studio with me. Kola Ole Omoni, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Princess.
And thank you so much for your show up today too.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, so jumping into the matter with the ground, as the former CPC, the Congress, the CPC party, when no exist again, as their people now go see Oga President Bola Tinubu on election support and everything. So I can't tell them, say, our economy don't dey stable. We not dey borrow locally anymore to fund operations. You say we don't even meet the revenue targets of this year. What do you get to talk about that, and how that one take translates to ordinary countryman enjoying these benefits them when it is talk? What do it mean for us?
Yeah, if you check Wetin Oga President been talk, you know really dey in tune with the reality where they for grant. And now I'm sure, in fact, since that yesterday, people don't they really kick against them. They condemn the statement saying, no, you know really show for Nigerians body. And apart from say whether even show or not, waiting with the reality where they for grant. In this year alone, National Assembly don't approve for Oga Presido the money where they won't borrow for Bodo Oyinbo. You understand? And between now, in the last 2 years, where Oga Presido don't sit down for that particular position, they don't borrow more. So if he's now saying, okay, we've met all our targets for this year.
Any target. They say no more borrowing locally.
Locally. So what is the difference? Regardless of wherever you are borrowing, borrow, now borrow. You no get time, you go borrow. It's even better say you borrow locally. And I will explain why it's better. Because now the same amount where you borrow, yeah, now you go pay. Maybe if you are borrowing locally, you are borrowing in Naira.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And you have to return the money in Naira. But when you go Bodo, you will go borrow foreignly. As they talk, say now no be locally. Now we they borrow now. We they borrow abroad. You may end up paying it in dollars. And with the lack of stability about the exchange rate right now, by implication, the gbese way Oga Presido inherit when Buhari government been dead there, we then borrow maybe that time at the rate of maybe 400 naira per dollar, right? They are to pay it back now at the rate of 1,500 plus per dollar. So if you say now no they borrow locally again, if it even makes sense, say every single money where would they borrow right now, because of this lack of stability, now locally now would they borrow. So really, we see the borrow, that one dey clear. So if you are now talking about revenue, say when I don't meet up with the target, good news, we met up with the target. But you know what? That target where they meet up with, now poor people, they pay most of those targets for them. How do I mean? Then common subsidy, right? The money where then they get there, they now get more money right now.
Mention and say from removal subsidy from that unification
Of
exchange, yeah, and
exchange
then
rates.
diversifying to non-oil, revenues like even agriculture. Even mention say they want to mechanized, like food centers them to make there be food security. Say, but so far things are better.
Yes, if you say, okay, we don't borrow
Economic-wise,
locally,
yes.
economic-wise, things are better. Nigerians want to go to market to see say things they better. To be fair to Oga Presido, the federal government and the entire government nationwide, lately people they talk say price of commodities don't they come down
Yes,
small.
yes.
We will appreciate it if they can sustain it. At a point, rice don't even go 90 something thousand naira. Now they are seeing it 60,000, 65,000 naira.
Right.
Good. We appreciate that. So beyond some of these items where you talk right now, the money for people to go buy those items too is still a problem. You come on subsidy, you say money don't dey full everywhere. You say una dey meet up with una revenue right now. But inside this, say we dey meet up with revenue, we still no get money to implement capital expenditure inside 2025 budget. The money where they talk say we dey meet up right now, is it the projection where they do for 2024 they are talking about, or that of 2025? So if now 2025, agree is supposed to be 2025. Now, using that money to go to implement 2024 capital project, Wetin it translates to? It means say we never even start anything in 2025. I don't want to center my blame alone to Oga Presido. It's just because the information is coming from him. You understand? We also need to also look at Wetin states been they do to also make sure say, okay, they no borrow foreign money again. Because when they talk, say, okay, they are not borrowing locally. They still stand on behalf of some of these state government to go borrow for Obodo Oyinbo for them. Because if you want to borrow for Obodo Oyinbo, they will not deal with subnationals. They will have to deal through your federal government to get that money to you. So if you check some of those activities, if prices of commodities are reducing, Nigerians want it to reduce more, then availability of that money on how can I get it to go even buy those commodities in the market is still a challenge to many Nigerians. Because if you check the indices right now, the 70,000 naira minimum wage where they pay workers, a few number of people are benefiting from it. The people wey no dey under government payroll, they plenty pass. If you talk about non-oil sector, Princess, let us check it round. Non-oil sector in Nigeria, how the situation there compared to the oil we will focus attention to. Most of the intervention of government in that place, corruption still no allow to work well. So we are not condemning government totally. But if we get more money, then Nigerians should get more relief.
Okay. Now, when we discussed this matter earlier today, somebody said something, say, Madam Okonjo Iweala still come to talk, say, economy is stable. So the person mentioned, say, yeah, Mikal herself talk, say, economy is stable. And then the person can also explain, say, that economy stable no necessarily translates to say prices they go down. To say now just to say, unlike before, where our economy they shake. At least now we don't stand somewhere. Say now after that stable, then we'll come begin now to talk recovery. You get where they go. So the fact say you say economy is stable, exchange rates now between 1,450, unlike when it was 1,900, all those are our reform. Because now what it say those reforms then we do, we don't start now to the see the gain. Will you agree with that? Say now small, like it's stable now, we don't stand. Then maybe with time now we'll now come and start seeing the recovery, start really enjoying the benefit, enter into the hand of the masses.
The economy where they stable, according to them, maybe they'll be talking, okay, we now have money in foreign reserve. We now get inflation rate is not jacking up again. those ones, they are still theoretical until when Nigerians start to dey benefit them. And we are hoping say we go still benefit them the way them be talk am. But when you say stability of economy, that for front, for instance, stability of economy, if you check the budget right now, the percentage of the one where they talk of the revenue where they talk say we meet right now is not 100% enough to even service our budget. We still rely on donors to service our budget. And the meeting up, he say in the month of August, he no talk say for the entire year. You know me say
No, he said they don't meet the target of the year.
in
Right?
month of
The month,
August.
Yeah. So now, anything now where they get, now go be like Jara, like profit. Now that the revenue where they target to make 2025, they have made it by August. So September, October, November, December now, anything where they make now be Jara ni.
Yes, it's Jara, we all understand.
Mhm.
But don't forget, we are still insisting that all the capital expenditure inside this one where they talk say they meet up, they have been using it to implement capital expenditure of 2024 budget.
Great.
And they extended it to December.
Mhm.
So if you check that one, many Nigerians that are hoping that, oh, they've captured this my road that is bad into this year budget, they may not be able to get that result. They've captured, oh, we no get water for my area. They've captured into this year budget, they may not be able to get results. So we may need to shift it to next year. But it's a good news if they talk say, okay, everything day in order right now. And that is our prayers too. We want everything to be in order. That problem where they talk say, oh, this reform will go dey ash, but it go show Nigerians where say everything is okay. Later, we are hoping to get it. And that recovery where them be talk about. For instance, before this reform came on board, you see some car, they are selling like 1 million, 2 million. It jack up to 10 million naira. So if you are talking of recovery, we should get that kind of car back maybe 2 million naira. Oh, before this government came on board, we used to buy a bag of rice, 30,000 naira. The recovery, the economy that is now booming right now, should be able to take a bag of rice to 30,000 naira. That is the recovery we are talking about. But in a situation where you check the exchange rate, say it no today friendly in that regard, it go hard. Economic expert go tell you say it go hard. How can it be possible? It is when you don't rely on importation. So they should be telling us how many items are we still importing right now. The importation of rice, right? Do you know I get some visitors from south that are coming to the north here? Whenever they taste rice, they say, what are you guys eating? Say, we don't eat local rice. We are eating foreign rice in the south because they are close to border. So they've not been able to block it totally. So that blockade totally that they've not been able to achieve, it means they are still importing more rice to the country. When we believe that, okay, here we are chopping local rice. So some of these things, if you don't increase more of, okay, what are we consuming in Nigeria? Are we the one producing it? Oh, we now have a refinery in Nigeria that can serve the entire country. Are we buying crude from abroad? The same crude we sold to people abroad, we still go there to go and buy in return back. So we need more of these things. We are not saying it to condemn everything that government is doing, but we are also pointing areas where if they really want that result and outcome, where they can really look into. It has always been known we are diversifying. We are diversifying from oil to non-oil sector for years. But that diversification, we want genuine diversification too to make things work.
Thank you so much, Kolawole, on top of that one. Now, still talking on top of the matters where they ground. Compressed natural gas, CNG, and another big issue. If you notice, most of when we go out, we go to see queues. Now, they don't come out now and say, so, government said that they reduce the subsidy. You know, the supports, what they put for inside CNG, now they don't reduce them. Say from 230 naira, you don't increase to 450 naira for one standard cube meter for trucks, trailers them. While for small cars them, you know, like commercial cars, and then for others, they will be say that they do on like private driving, say that one for them, now 380 naira for one standard cubic meter. What's in that one mean?
Wetin mean be say government they do little subsidy again for CNG. and they don't start to they comot their
And
hand there.
yes, so the PCNG say with time, if you even increase to 500 to 600 naira.
Now
per
the fear of Nigerians be this. When they be they tell them, say, you guys should switch. You guys should switch. Is it not in terms of maybe like persuasive move? And the way we they see them right now, it they look like that. The impression where they be they give Nigerians that time was, this is the amount that you people need to buy this item compared to oil.
yes.
So if you check it, it's so convincing to Nigerians who no one spend too much of money to say I want to switch. But even Nigerians who don't already understand the way things work for government, many of them been they express this fear that time, say, hey, say when all of us come switch now, una no go come impose some certain price on us, that you may hardly now differentiate between this and that of oil. And that is what we are seeing right now. And for them to now be projecting that it may even increase further, no matter how increment this gas is, it will be cheaper than fuel anyway. But when you now check, maybe they are selling a petrol, maybe 1,000 naira per liter. They are now selling it maybe the equivalent of the terms of consumption now. They are selling maybe 800 naira or 900 naira. What it go come be the difference? But in an ideal situation, for people where they fight climate change, they don't want more problem for ozone layer and this and that, we need to key into gas. You understand? If you see the development world now, it gets some certain move where they make.
Yes.
They are facing it out. And that's supposed to even be a source of concern, even to the government itself. Say this thing we not concentrate on, we not they fight on top. We Niger Delta say we know they agree on top. Some countries don't they face it out. For US now, it gets some countries where it gets some locations where we say if you drive with petrol car, go to that location. They no go talk say make you no pass, but you go pay. You go pay tax. You go get lot debit alert from your account. You get debit alert. So nobody then go force you say make you no go that area. Now you go know say that location are restricted areas. If you like the person where they always pass that place, you will go change your car to electric car, or make you just continue to dey pay until God go bless you. So you go know say we need to also achieve that. But in a situation whereby, number one, what you are asking us to do, the level of acceptance is increasing, but the availability of the product is reducing.
Because I said that why I even talk and say not be the price now be even the problem. Now to make
people cannot even see it.
Filling,
you understand?
Stations.
We don't have enough filling station. The few ones we even have, they don't have enough
of the gas.
Yes, that is why you see each of their customers, they will tell you the certain amount you must buy from them. With your money, you can't even buy as much as you want. So by implication, if you exhaust that particular one, you still need to go and join the queue again. So they're supposed to fine-tune the process, make it seamless, make it easy. In fact, before they start increasing the price, they're supposed to convince more Nigerians to key into it. And how can you convince them? Number one, they don't already establish the fact, say it is cheaper. Beyond that, will you reduce the queue in the filling stations? You need to work on that. So when you put all these things together, you now want people. Don't forget, some people see they express reservation about even the security, the safety of using it. So you don't need some of these policies to discourage them from going to it. Now that you are increasing the price now, you are now passing a message across to them that after you endorse this thing, after you get it, government can do or undo. And in a situation where people don't have power to regulate, to determine what price is, there's no total deregulation on it. So if that's not the case, it's more of like, okay, you come out, for instance, government talks say they come out subsidy on top of oil matter, then carry and go CNG. And initially, you don't even tell us, say, you they pay subsidy for Nigeria to get it at that particular amount. The impression you are giving us is that this is how cheap this product is. You guys should go and key into it. You now say, okay, because you come out subsidy, you want to reduce price of transportation. So people need to key into CNG. But unfortunately, you don't have it enough. So you can't even control drivers that you are selling it to, the amount they must charge their customers. Because they may give excuse that, oh, truly,
If you open my boot, you see the CNG gas and cylinder there. But I no see am buy na fuel na they use because they use both. So at one point, if you get a driver wey carry you now, princess, and you wan put boot load for boot, you can't see cylinder. You can't say where they carry you 1,000, it's supposed to be 500 naira now.
Yeah.
If the driver tell you say that cylinder wey they see na empty na fuel na I go buy before I fit carry you because I no fit wait for queue. Wetin you wan talk? But if to say there's no excuse, everywhere they okay, they enter filling station, they buy it, they continue with their journey. If it makes sense. And to achieve that, government still need more investment. Not at this point they say they go come out their hand. Because it could even they fear private sector to come to it, because the private sector will need to go and do more of awareness campaign. We need to go and do more of persuasive campaign for people to come. So it's the responsibility of government to convince people to come into it, get more people on board, before you now encourage private sector to say, okay, oh, I have enough people, let me key into this business. But what we see right now, we still get some of the people that are encouraging, that are endorsing this gas, CNG, in most of the mega cities in the country, maybe like Lagos, like Abuja, maybe like Kano, a few number of them in Kano and Kaduna and stuff like that. But we still get many states now that probably they've not even started it at all. So you need more of awareness campaign, you need more of infrastructure in place, and for you to gain it, you have to invest in it.
For you to gain it, you got to invest in it. But still now, from the side of government, they say like the number of vehicles we don't become CNG powered, there is like 4,000 to about 100,000 in about a year. And then from what you're talking about, they say before, now 7 centers then been get as at last year. Then get 265 centers so far. And say they don't create over 10,000 direct work, and they don't increase from 20 to 60 operational refueling stations with 175 more where they plan to do now. Anyway, from what it is, over the next 3 months, they plan to commission another extra 100 CNG places. Then there are stations that will be say they fit they refuel. You still talk, we say the way things they go now. Say this increase in price for CNG fit discourage many Nigerians from to continue with it. Maybe they will think that going back to fuel is better. Do you think the same thing?
It's the same, because you don't control the price. Government is still the determinant of
Yes.
how much you buy it.
NNPC.
They can come and blow grammar tomorrow. The reason, for instance, if you're asking me to come and convert my car with a million naira plus,
0.5 million, and this is some people use.
so if that's not the case, and there's no hope that that same amount that they are buying it now is what they will need to continue to buy it. There's no hope that, okay, even if I do the conversion, I can easily get it without queuing, without wasting my time. Or maybe they might even started even bribing people to get it, just like whenever we get fuel and scarcity. So if that's not the case, I still insist government need to do more, because this center they are talking about is not good enough, and they need to convince more Nigerians to really key into it. If a few number of those people that are using it now are on the queue, you know what it means. For instance, most of these BB trucks, they are now joining the queue.
Yes.
Some of them will be there 2-3 days, because some are not even using fuel at all. They rely on CNG. Most of these new trucks now that you now see everywhere. So if you cannot be able to serve those ones for commercial use, what are we now talking to? Maybe commercial vehicles that are even carrying passengers along the street, and even those ones that want to use it privately. So they need to do more of investment into it.
But if the price increase to that 500, 600, is it not still cheaper than fuel?
It's cheaper than fuel. I told you, like, no matter how the price go increase,
It go still dey cheaper
because
than
of
fuel.
say, the two consume, like the fuel, they quick dry,
yes.
it go still dey cheaper. But what is the essence of me investing 1.5 million for conversion when, number one, the price maybe eventually, maybe the difference maybe around 100 naira, 200 naira. You don't give me any reason for me to switch. And don't forget, I fully rely on oil. I have this impression, say all is well. Even if 10 cars got burnt right now, on your way now, you are seeing it in Nigeria. People still trust fuel than that of gas if you don't even see anyone. But if anyone explode at the street right now, It will convince millions of Nigerians not to key into it. Their body system is already used to seeing car getting burnt. They don't have problem with that. But if they see a single CNG car explode, it will convince millions to run away. But if they see 10 trucks of car now explode today, they don't have problem with it. So at this stage that you still need to convince them to do more, to endorse it, to key into it, then you need more investment before you can start gaining it and you say you want to withdraw.
Bam. And still, Sha, we don't hear say starting from January 2026, there will now be a 5% tax on all fossil fuel. What then they say, and they say this thing now, it will affect things like household kerosene, cooking gas, and still this compressed natural gas.
No, they say no go affect the kerosene, right?
No, they say it. Okay, yes. Sorry, you know, go affect things like household kerosene, cooking gas, and CNG. When they say fossil fuel, what do they really even talk about?
Nah,
Is this something Nigerians supposed to worry about?
Yeah, it is what they should be worried about because they will need to pay more. Because the percentage of people where they move from one spot to another now, like 99% of them still rely on normal petrol.
Sure.
What will be they use. Now petrol them they talk about anyway. The one way maybe if they use them, smoke go they come out. You understand? It go they contribute to the challenge of climate change where they talk about. But guess what? The climate change that we're even talking about, the entire Africa continent, what they are contributing to the climate change challenge in terms of the smoke where they always go where they cause problem for ozone layer or whatever the case, is less than 4%, 3 point something% in the entire continent, right? What others are contributing? I mean the entire Africa now. The last time I checked, Wetin Nigeria they contribute, you understand, is 0.0036%. You understand? Why they look me like this? So, but at least we don't already sign some certain agreement. Say, okay, we too, we need to commit ourselves to climate change. And when we are talking about climate change, not only on okay, person where they use petrol, where smoke they come out. You understand? Even you where they cook waiting in firewood, you they contribute. The idea of say, oh, when you cook with firewood, the taste they make sense pass. They don't they face it out small. You understand? So they want to get rid of it. Now, if you are now saying you want to get rid of it, they want to discourage more Nigerians from keying into it, opting for CNG. That is why they are now introducing this tax. Two functions, two objectives. They want to discourage more Nigerians from using petrol to encourage CNG. And they also want to get more revenue to government cover. So now the reason why they want push for them. Now, by implication, they are not even doing it at the point of say, okay, oh, maybe when Dangote refine, he won't sell them to market or no. It's you now at the point of consumption, last consumer. They want to be deducting that 5%. Say, okay, oh, I carry my car enter filling station. I buy something of maybe 10,000 naira. With that 10,000 naira, I will need to pay 500 naira extra. You understand? That's the 5% of 10,000 naira. If I buy fuel of 100,000 naira, I will need to pay 5,000 naira extra. So to discourage people. And by implication, anybody will do that, on top of transportation, driver go still lament, say, I don't pay extra 5%.
Share them on top of
and go share them on top of the passengers where they won't carry. The people will go set things for market too. Goes it also, oh, price don't increase small, I go add them to whatever. So now Nigerians, the entire Nigerians go still suffer whether you drive car or you no drive car. It is unfortunate, say taxes here and there, but to them, they say they want to use it to discourage people from using it. But now, is it timely or not? I will say no, it is not timely. It is not timely in the sense that you've not been able to have enough. Before you can implement this, it's supposed to be, before you can implement, it's supposed to be, okay, what you have right now is enough in terms of CNG. You understand? If to say what you get right now, they enough to serve all Nigerians. You can now say you want to introduce tax to discourage more people from going into CNG. But what you have right now cannot even serve Nigerians. In terms of CNG, you are now saying you want to discourage more people. The people that have the CNG car now, that they have done the conversion, or maybe they buy CNG car directly, they don't get access to get this CNG. You now say you want to introduce tax to discourage others from buying petrol and go for CNG. People were there on CNG before, you want to complicate issues for them. Say, okay, more people are coming to come and be joining the queue. So, dey timely. Even though they want to discourage people, it should be at a time when they know, say, everything don't gel for CNG. Everything they waka well for CNG. Not at this particular time where they know, say, they don't even get enough of the CNG, they don't get enough infrastructure to make it work. So, it's not bad if they want to discourage people. It's not bad if they want to discourage people from, okay, making use of petrol. But for you to do that, make sure, say, where you want them to go to, all is well there. But as we speak right now, the situation no balance.
As we speak like this, situation, no balance. You sit there inside the studios of Christed Radio and Television, and my name is still be Princess, and Kolawole Omoni, they here, the pieces, the big tourists them for me and you. Just one more story to go before we will stay con wrap up the show. But before then, make we just quickly take a very short break, arrange one or two, and then when we come back, then the last story go drop for your domot. And at the story of Wetin they happen between the PDP camp, Wike camp, and then the PDP leaders. No go anywhere, will they come back now?
You can't remember the last story.
Welcome back to Inside Naija with Princess and Kolawole Omoni. All right now, so Kolawole, thank you so much. Been learning a lot. The last story, the Wike camp don't come out now. Go drop different conditions, like they sit down with Wike, Otom been there. We are certified share also been there. So they can begin to bring out conditions. Okay, we support this one, we don't support this one. But if the PDP not meets these conditions, then we will raise. If they go ahead and do a national convention inside November, we not go look them as valid, we go they binding. As then they talk that one, now in the other side, like the leaders, Bala Mohammed, Oga Fayeni, all of them too can stand up. Now can say, hey, enough is enough. We not fear anybody. Say the convention go ahead and hold inside November and say they will now decide there on the decisions to take when it comes to Oga Wike. What do you get to talk about the gbasgbos where they go on inside PDP and what we go expect inside November?
Yeah, they unfortunate the gbasgbos where they go inside the PDP, and one of the reasons why they unfortunate be say the energy where they're supposed to they play the role of opposition. Now then they take fight themselves right now. Then get cancerous situation right now where they no fit manage till 2027, whether we like it or not. Who is this? Now Wike factor. Wike factor in the sense that from his body language, he don't already conclude who he won't work with. And anything against it, he no want am. So most of the move you go check, say at a point, then they talk, say, okay, the national secretary, then suspend him, he no be in charge, he go contest election, this and that. He was insisting, say the person go be in charge.
Yes.
At a point again, they brought the guy back. Instead of Wike to say, okay, thank you, at least una don't listen, una don't do the needful, he still attack the national chairman.
So you can't say he come back because he was never not
Say,
there.
at a point, there was no time that he left. So you can't say he come back. He said, if you don't know politics, come make we teach you politics. You go know, say, every single move where they want make to make things work, now we cannot just want. Because his mission is to make sure, say, the party no settle so that the situation can pave the way for Tinubu 2027 ambition. So if you have that kind of situation, sincerely speaking, I can only wish PDP well. And one of the reasons for it is that people have been saying, can you imagine how can individual just
be too strong like this, and nobody is willing to expel him, nobody is willing to suspend him, this and that, because he saw this coming and he don't already do his own work perfectly okay. For instance, among the members of the National Working Committee, the NWC, he getting people there. If they want to do suspension or they want to expel Wike today, now these people now get them go make the decision. And the moment that you cannot get 100% of them to say, okay, we want Wike to go, he will still say all those people will make that decision, now parallel decision and they make. And because of that, some of them again may even carry the people who make the declaration go court to make sure say the party no dey balance. So as a result of that, it will now confuse INEC to know who to listen to, maybe if they get parallel guys. So that is why they've been struggling to manage the situation till today as we speak right now. For instance, the Wike camp wey dem be dey talk about now, former governor of Benue State, Otom, him be dey there. Wetin be the condition wey dem dey talk? So okay, we appreciate the fact that you people are now taking zoning it seriously. Right now, you want to take it to the south. They are now giving further directive and conditions. Say we no want further micro zoning. Wetin be micro zoning? They don already share am into two, north, south. So they no want further micro zoning. Say okay, as una don talk say na south, we don't want you to say okay na southeast na we go give, or south or southwest. We just leave am open for anybody. And what it means is that if they leave am open, political wise, they didn't discuss this with me, but person wey don dey follow Nigerian politics is that they will now plant more guys from the southwest and south to contest primary election. You understand? So when they do that, they may even go and dollarize the primary election to make sure say no candidate, or maybe with this fear of say, okay, Obi might return and stuff like that. So now all this permutation and calculation, now they do. They don't want Obi to return to the party. The reason why they preach say we don't want further micro zoning. So if it's returning, they want to make sure say, okay, whoever will be emerged as a candidate for that particular party, no go be somebody wey go give Tinubu government any headache for them to win in 2027. So now the reason why they say we don't want micro zoning, and it go shock you. It no go shock many Nigeria, because we know how things they work anyway. Say by whatever means, if Tinubu return in 2027, you will see more of these guys in Tinubu's cabinet. It will now be obvious to Nigerians that time, say, okay, oh, now these people go, they do the control spoil, where then they play them for the party. So it is unfortunate, say, we no see more of that opposition role. Instead, now then they fight themselves internally.
Okay, but the talk now from the leaders, these governors now, they won't say enough is enough. They won't say we will not talk to a bunch of fools. We will not allow Satan to infiltrate. All those kind of talk. Is it just talk for mouth? I've been a talk we carry action.
It may not be talk for mouth. They may mean waiting them they talk about. But now talk for crisis and talk for more litigation at the front. They will make the decision. Others will say we no agree. They will go to court. That is what it means.
So are you saying, say, let's say then go ahead now, do their convention, and then maybe then do everything, and then decide, there, say, we want to expel these other people. It's not possible if you know hold.
If it not be say the fee no do them, but how many number of people will agree to that? Because the word Wike camp is what I'm trying to let you know now. That phrase, Wike camp.
He hold, Wike really hold.
Yes, he hold the party. He don't already buy many of those guys that will make that decision to his side. So those ones that are saying, no, we not agree again, we not go do. They can't do without consulting those people too. That is why I say a cancerous situation PDP dey right now. And the people where they play the game, they understand the game very well, and they are playing it well. They can go ahead to make any declaration. I can sit here now and declare, say, I don't already comot Wike from the seat. He's no longer a party member. He's no longer this, he's no longer that. But waiting be their constitution, be they talk about. The process of suspending him supposed to even start from his ward in River State. So who among those guys in his ward that are ready to make the move as we speak right now? You know, it's easier for president to say, okay, oh, we want to engage to some guys, maybe the world leader or whatever, to make sure say then suspend Wike from his word to do the. He has captured everywhere, so they can't start it at that particular location. If not okay at the board level, they want to make this one happen. They want to do this, they want to do that. He has almost average of 50% of those guys in his camp. The word Wike camp. That is why it's so difficult for them. So if a few number of them now make that declaration, say we don't suspend them or we don't expel them, other camp will now say we no dey agree, we dey go to court. Then go there on that court case till we reach 2027. Now they are fear the reason why they are being trying to play smart, but they don't already know. Say the only thing they can take out of this is that they can hardly get Wike to their camp right now to say okay they want to work against Tinubu. So if you don't have somebody that can work against Tinubu, because Tinubu has given him an appointment and he's still hoping to get more from 2027 to 2031, what is the hope that is remaining in PDP as we speak right now that will make him to work against Tinubu? So the best way is to get rid of him, is to say they have a united hope. But he knew that it will be very difficult for him because he invested in people that will be in his camp to make this thing not to work against him.
So wetin come be the way forward for PDP right now? Now like this we're going to hear, because forget now sake of this one really loud almost every day. Now one thing or the other from both sides. So from now till November, now like this we will hear them. And then what should we expect in that November and after?
If you want to check waiting the situation for PDP right now and waiting will be the final answer or way forward for PDP, is for Wike to leave the party and let them be able to strategize how to win election.
And if he doesn't leave, Inko?
If he doesn't leave, it's still a problem. And he must even leave genuinely. How do I mean? Wike can declare, if your president don't tell him, say, oh, we are telling him if he's willing, he can come and join us. Wike can declare, say, I don't live in a party for now today, but we still plant his guys there to be doing the work for him. So whether we like it or not, Wike's presence in PDP is a problem to PDP. Wike's absence in PDP is still a problem to PDP.
So any which way, now they are cross
to carry. That is why you see the likes of Atiku running away, because he saw it that this is a terrible situation that they cannot be able to fix before 2027.
How can somebody be that powerful? Like, how?
I've told you the how on one of our shows before now.
Tell me again.
It is when you allow individual to take over a party that every single member of a party is not willing to commit their finance and every other resources to the party. For instance, you want to do one event, you rely on a governor where they in charge of oil money to be the one to finance everything. For instance, there's a particular lawmaker now from Kogi State that is based in Kano State that has been said, I'm the landlord of ADC. I don't know whether you have come across that. I forgot his name now. He has been saying it, I'm the landlord of ADC, because he said now he be the financier of the ADC, whatever one they want to spend, now him, before they now took over. So he said he will also decide whatever. So that was the situation that Wike was then. He was the major person where they financed the party. If you want political party system to work well in an ideal situation in Nigeria, you will get people that are committing everything to the party. There will be no somebody to say, if not be me, this party no go exist. And that was the situation where they put Wike. He invested in the party. He brought some people on board. For instance, don't forget, even when Obaseki won election that time, he took his entourage, they went to the River State to go and appreciate him.
Yes.
It wasn't because of fighting on the media alone. He used his resources, his money, everything. It's not personal money, it's River State money. But invested everything in the party. So he has a lot of people that are loyal to him. So for you to get things right for political party, this idea of saying, if you are now a governor, you are the leader of the party, it will be out of it. This idea of saying, oh, in any function where we want conduct, we must get everybody paid. The hotel where they want enter, now somebody must pay them. One person go pay them. The money where they want chop, if not 3 days event, now somebody go be in charge of that money and with food where they want chop. the allowance say okay, transport allowance, now somebody go be in charge. And when the time now reach, you now say, oh, who is this person sef? We will get rid of him. It's not that easy like that. And now wetin really happen to PDP?
I go ask you one question for background, Sha. But this now where we go take draw the curtain on top the show. But Kolawole finally sharp on top all these matters them as we go.
Sincerely speaking, on top of PDP matter, then go just need to be hopeful that anything can just happen. Even we no know that thing. We go fit happen to make them really come back to their feet before 2027. They can get it right after 2027. But the Wike factor where we dey right now, it go hard them to be able to achieve that. And on top of this fuel and tax where they want put for fossil fuel, say make them they pay extra 5%. I think it's not ripe. It's not yet time. Federal government should be able to fix CNG that you want people to navigate to. If genuinely the idea is not for you to make more money into government cover, because to many Nigerians now, they will feel like, oh, that's what they need. So if the idea is for you to discourage more Nigerians from using petrol because of climate change or whatever, then where you want them to go to, make sure that you fix it well. Make sure that we have enough CNG. Make sure that, okay, if people cannot afford to convert, you can convert on their behalf. Maybe they'll be paying instrumentally, or you even allow them to, you help them to do the conversion. So if you can be able to achieve some of these things, then you can now say, okay, you want to discourage Nigerians from buying petrol and shift to other means of source of this thing for transportation.
Thank you so much, Kolawole Omoni.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful day today. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Thank you.
And for you, our wonderful listeners, we really appreciate you. Say it and Dagidigba with us on top of the show today. Your no go loss. Just continue to enjoy a wonderful day as more programs could continue to come to you. But don't forget, all of our social media platforms, they're available for you. With the X, with the TikTok, with the YouTube, with the Facebook, and with the Instagram. And continue to watch our pages because something huge, something wonderful, something woohoo is coming very soon. If you dull, you go miss. Till I come your way again, my name is Princess Anyana. Catch you on the next program.